Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So South Carolina's offense will get the football first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a bar. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially...
All out of space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the... Seven-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Now, Lenora Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. And you better look out, college football.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance?
Lots of running room. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. early season top 25 matchups, you can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season and... Committee say, oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late the season.
They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Coleman. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Finds his big tight end. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Tigers come to the line. A fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. to the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more...
Wide open spaces. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
I love the bootleg right away out of the quarterback. Why? Get him outside the pocket now. When he's that dynamic, that fast, you get him out there quick, you get him in space. Now you got to bring this athlete to the ground with an option to pass the football. Really, really hard on defenses.
In the red area, it's Hardy. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle of the field. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Fourth and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Tiger. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Handoff from the gun. Oh, he's got a chance. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Swings it out to his running back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go, and this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this one.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Gamecocks are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. They want to throw it. Flips it out to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really...
Wide open on the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Let's go. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Manning. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass on second down. Quick completion on the out route. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep, Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to keep it in the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
With the line of scrimmage at the 28, this would be about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They're going to keep the offense out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. He's got him. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Really need to pick. Conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw on third. Flushed out of the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll give it to the back. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. To the air, it's Sellers. He's got his man. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Going to sling it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Harbor. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Buys a little extra time. Snags it on the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hardy. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marked it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped that.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop, but nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times? They come flying in there, making the stop. But a nice stop by this defense, expecting the quarterback sneak.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Here's a heat. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
Well, That's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
The give. Nice move there. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. This will likely be the last play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take...
Turning on the Jets. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Coleman. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field. From
the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. He's going.
This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring in for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Terry. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Offside defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the point after is good.
South Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harbor. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Finds his tight end. Oh, there he goes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose down the left side, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Sets up the screen. At the 35, he's got room. It's a seam wide open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy, I think. They had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away, but the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. On the snap, it's Hardy. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Using his legs, it's Roberts. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the quick game. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to...
Touchdown, Missouri! Fit it in the window for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's loose. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field, playing great defense.
On third.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough for a Missouri first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you can tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
On first and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Let's go. They'll go to the air. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positive.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Caught close to the marker, it's Bennett. Turning it on! And they are pushing the ball down. Field, a big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Hold on.
He said there would be days in games like this. Nothing seems to have gone right in the latest mishap. A touchdown taken away by the flag. And here comes the offense on second down. Gives it on the option. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And when you're the defensive side of the football right now, this point in the game, you know the game's over, that they run the football. Listen, you're trying to still compete. You're putting other guys in the football game. This is our standard. We're not giving up yards. We're not going to let them break tackles. And I think the defensive coordinator finally has something to complain about.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.